Hey everyone, I'm Sam Carter and welcome to the channel. I've seen a lot of things come through the door, but some of the most fascinating items are the ones people overlook every single day. I'm talking about the change in your pocket, specifically, the Washington quarter. It's been around since 1932, a true icon of American currency. You've probably had hundreds, maybe even thousands of them pass through your hands without a second thought. But some of these quarters are worth a whole lot more than just 25 cents. I'm talking about serious money, the kind that can turn a jar of loose change into a down payment on a car. Today we're going on a deep dive. We're not just scratching the surface, we're going to explore the complete history of the most valuable Washington quarters ever minted. We'll look at why they were made, what makes them so rare, and how much they're really worth. I've brought in experts, I've done the research, and I'm here to tell you the whole story behind these incredible pieces of American history. You never know what you've got, and that's what makes this so exciting. By the time this video is over, I promise you'll be an expert. You'll know exactly what to look for, from the key dates and mint marks to the subtle errors that can make a quarter worth a fortune. We're leaving no stone unturned, no detail left out. So, get ready to learn. Because the next time you get change back from your morning coffee, you might just be holding a hidden treasure. Stick with me, because this is a story you won't want to miss. Alright, let's kick things off with a real heavy hitter, the 1932 D Washington quarter. You gotta understand the context here. 1932 was the first year they ever made these quarters, designed by John Flanagan to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The plan was for it to be a one-year commemorative coin, but it was so popular, they just kept making it. Now, 3 mints produced them that year: Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Denver. The ones from Denver, marked with a little D, are the ones you really want to find. It's all about the numbers, and the numbers for this one are incredibly low. The Great Depression was hitting the country hard. People weren't spending money, so the demand for new coinage was way down. The Denver Mint only struck 436,800 of these quarters. To put that in perspective, the Philadelphia Mint made over 5.4 million the same year. That makes the 1932 D more than 10 times rarer right out of the gate. Because of the economic hardship, not many people were saving coins back then. Most of these quarters went straight into circulation, getting worn down, scratched up, and basically used until they were almost unrecognizable. Finding one in any condition is tough, but finding one in good shape? That's the holy grail for a lot of collectors. So, what's it worth? Well, that's where things get interesting. A beat-up, heavily circulated 1932 D might still fetch you $100, which is a fantastic return on 25 cents. But, if you have one in what we call mint state, meaning it looks like it just left the mint yesterday, the price goes through the roof. We're talking thousands, and for the absolute finest examples, the price can climb into the tens of thousands of dollars. It's the combination of being a first-year issue, having that super low mintage, and its historical significance that makes the 1932 D a cornerstone of any serious coin collection. It's a true piece of American history you can hold in your hand. Now, if the 1932 D is the king, then the 1932 S is the queen. Struck at the San Francisco Mint, this quarter shares a lot of the same story as its Denver cousin, but with a few twists. The San Francisco Mint produced even fewer quarters that year, with a mintage of just 408,000. That's the lowest mintage of the entire Washington quarter series, period. So you might be thinking, shouldn't that make it more valuable than the 1932 D? And that's a great question. You'd think so, but the market is a funny thing. It's not just about the numbers. Here's the deal. While the mintage was lower, it seems that for whatever reason, more people on the West Coast decided to save these new quarters. Maybe they were more impressed by the new design, or maybe they just had a better sense that these might be worth something someday. As a result, a slightly higher number of 1932 S quarters survived in uncirculated, or mint state, condition compared to the 1932 D. So, while it's rarer overall in terms of total production, it's a little bit easier to find a nice-looking one. It's a classic case of supply and demand, and the survival rate plays a huge role. Don't get me wrong, this coin is still a major rarity and a key date for any collector. In circulated grades, it's right up there with the 1932 D in terms of value, often trading for similar prices. A good-looking circulated example will still run you well over $100, and when you get into the high-grade uncirculated examples, you're still talking serious money, thousands of dollars. For collectors trying to complete a full set of Washington quarters, you absolutely cannot do it without the 32D and the 32S. They are the two gatekeepers of the series, the ones that separate the casual collectors from the serious ones. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about something different. We're moving away from the coins made for circulation and into the world of special collector issues. I'm talking about the 1942 proof Washington quarter. Now, a proof coin isn't your average quarter. These are specially made for collectors. The mint takes its time, using specially prepared dies and polished coin blanks. They strike each coin multiple times at a low speed with high pressure. The result is a coin with a stunning, mirror-like background and a frosted, detailed design. They are absolutely beautiful, true works of numismatic art. The US Mint had been making proof sets for collectors for a few years, but 1942 was a significant year. With the United States entering World War II, the Mint knew that resources would soon be diverted to the war effort. Production of non-essential items, including collector coins, was going to stop. So, the proof sets made in 1942 were the last ones produced until 1950. The Mint struck 21,120 of these proof quarters before shutting down the program. That might sound like a lot compared to the 1932 mintages, but remember, these were sold directly to collectors and were never meant for your pocket. Because of their beauty and the story behind them, these 1942 proof quarters are highly desirable. They represent the end of an era for pre-war coin collecting. Over the years, many of the original proof sets were broken up, and the individual coins were sold or handled improperly, leading to scratches and haze on that delicate mirror surface. Finding a pristine, perfect 1942 proof quarter with what we call deep cameo contrast, where the design is heavily frosted and the background is a flawless mirror, is incredibly difficult. These top-tier examples can command prices well into the thousands of dollars, making them a prize for any specialist. Every collector loves a good error story, and this next coin has one of the best. This is the 1950 DS over mint mark Washington quarter. Back in the day, mint marks weren't part of the main coin die. They were punched into each working die by hand at the Philadelphia Mint before being shipped out to the branch mints, in this case Denver and San Francisco. And when you have humans doing a repetitive task, sometimes mistakes happen. That's exactly what went down in 1950. A die was originally prepared for the San Francisco Mint and got the S mint mark punched into it. For some reason, that plan changed. Maybe Denver needed more dies, or maybe it was just a simple mix-up. Whatever the cause, this S-marked die was then sent to the Denver Mint. To correct the mistake, a mint worker took a D punch and hammered it right on top of the S. They didn't completely erase the S though. If you look very closely with a magnifying glass, you can see the faint curves of the underlying S peeking out from behind the D. This is what we call an over mint mark, or OMM. It's a genuine mistake from the US Mint, and that makes it incredibly rare and valuable. This error wasn't widely discovered for years. It was just a weird-looking mint mark that most people ignored. But as collectors became more sophisticated, they started noticing this anomaly. Once the story got out, the hunt was on. People started searching through rolls and bags of 1950 D quarters, looking for that telltale sign of the S underneath. Because it's a die variety, we don't know exactly how many were made, but it's estimated to be a very small number. Today, a 1950 DS quarter in circulated condition can be worth several $100s. In high-grade uncirculated condition, the price can easily jump into the thousands. It's a perfect example of how a tiny mistake can create a huge treasure. Our final quarter is one that holds a special place in the hearts of many collectors and stackers, the 1964 D Washington quarter. Now, on the surface, this coin doesn't seem rare at all. The Denver Mint churned out a staggering number of them, over 1.3 billion. That's billion with a B. So, why on earth is it on our list? The value here isn't about rarity in the traditional sense. It's about something much more fundamental, what it's made of. The 1964 quarter was the last year that circulating quarters were made from 90% silver. In the early 1960s, the price of silver was rising fast. It got to the point where the silver in a quarter was worth more than 25 cents. People naturally started hoarding silver coins, pulling them out of circulation. This created a massive coin shortage. The government had to act, and their solution was the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from dimes and quarters and reduced it in half dollars. So, 1964 represents the end of an era that lasted for over 170 years. It was the last time a quarter meant for your pocket was made of precious metal. Because of this, every single 1964 quarter, regardless of its condition, is worth at least its silver melt value. As of today, that's several dollars, not 25 cents. This makes them a favorite of silver stackers, people who collect coins for their precious metal content. But there's also a huge sense of nostalgia. For anyone who remembers spending silver coins, the 1964 quarter is a tangible link to the past. While a regular circulated 1964D is only worth its silver value, high-grade, uncirculated examples, especially those with a sharp strike and great eye appeal, can carry a significant premium above their melt value. It's a coin valued for both its intrinsic content and its historical place as the last of its kind. So, there you have it. 5 Washington quarters that are worth way more than you'd think. From the rare first-year issues of 1932 to a beautiful proof coin, a fascinating mint error, and the last of the silver giants from 1964. It just goes to show you that history and value can be found in the most unexpected places. It makes you think, doesn't it? How many of these have you held without even knowing? The story of American currency is written on these little metal discs, and each one has a tale to tell. Now, I want you to do something for me. The next time you get some change, take a second to look at it. Check the dates. Look for those mint marks. You never know, you might just find a 1932D or a 1964 silver quarter sitting in your palm. The thrill of the hunt is what this is all about, and I want to hear about your finds. Head down to the comment section and let me know the coolest, oldest, or most valuable coin you've ever found in your pocket change. I love reading those stories, and it's a great way for all of us to learn from each other. If you had a good time and learned something new today, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're going to be exploring more fascinating coin stories, uncovering hidden treasures, and talking about big money discoveries in future videos. You don't want to miss out on what's coming next. Thanks for hanging out with me today. My name is Sam Carter, and I'll see you in the next video. Now get out there and start checking your change.